Hello everyone, welcome back. Severtus here, coming back with part 6 of What If Nagito Was in My Hero Academia. Now, where we last left off, Nagito was in the 2 month, the 2 weeks of training alone, sometime training with Izuku, but mostly alone. As in one of the, one day he decided to call Momo and if she want to, hang out and just eat something outside. And when he called Momo, Momo didn't respond, as in her house was the phone ringing, and after that the phone fall on the ground, and it's make Nagito be able to hear from what's happening on the other side. As when the phone Nagito starts hearing what happened on the other side, he noticed that Momo were always tricking him, and she never loved him actually, and she never thought of him as a friend. He and she and her father, were thinking about him just like a money bag or something like that. As when he noticed that, he decided to cut off any interaction or any possible way for Momo Yaoruzu family for talking with him, as he even cut off the connection between their companies. And when he, was walking outside in the rain, looking like this, just walking with his hoodie on his head, he saw Momo in front of him, as he immediately just go back and start walking. As she's noticing him, he start, running, and after that, he got into alleyway, as he fought three, goons that were looking at him, thinking that he's weak on something like that, as he punched them and kicked their asses. And after that, Momo, seeing him, tried to talk with him, but he just pushed her away, making her fall on the ground and left her there. And we continue in the morning. As Nagito wakes up, the Alfred, knocking on his door, said, "Nagito, Mr. Nagito, are you there? Come on already. It's today you will gonna have to go into your sport festival." As Nagito, just hearing this, he said, "All right, Alfred, I'm coming. I'm coming." And after that, Nagito get out of, the room wearing his black and orange, his black and red jacket, and, gray t-shirt, just like in the photo, but not as crazy as in the photo. As he just get outside, "What says it, Alfred?" As Alfred said, "Mr. Nagito, you didn't eat your your dinner last night. So are you okay?" As Nagito said, "Yeah, I'm okay. Just please prepare me the bathroom and the breakfast. I need to get into the sport festival as fast as possible." As Alfred said, "Right away, master." And after Nagito finished from, the bathroom and from eating his food, Alfred getting his phone, as he said, "Momo has called you 30 times last night. She were just sending messages and calls and call you rapidly. Don't you think that you should at least talk with her?" As Nagito said, "No, I don't want to hear her voice ever again. I know that I cannot avoid not seeing her again because she in my school, but at least I don't want to hear her voice again." As Alfred said, "All right, Mr. Nagito." And after that, Alfred taking Nagito into his school, UA, as he said, "Have a nice day, Mr. Nagito." And Nagito said, "All right, Alfred, goodbye." And after that, Nagito seeing in front of him Izuku. As Izuku said, "Hey, Nagito, good morning." As Nagito said, Yeah, good morning, Izuku." As Izuku said, "Where were you last week? I tried to talk with you, but you are not answering on your old phone." As Nagito said, yeah, it has been, fall out of my hand and break into pieces. As Izuku said, "Oh, so that's why. Well, let me give you my number." As Nagito said, "No need for it. I will give you mine." "I already know your number," as Izuku said. "Alright." And after that, Nagito and Izuku were about to get into UA, but in front of them, Momo standing as she said, "Nagito, just please let us talk." As once he looking at her, he immediately got an angry face and said, "Get out of my way." As Momo said, "Please just let us talk," as she were about to touch him, but Nagito catching her hand and starts squeezing her hand so hard, making her get hurt. As she said, "Ah, my hand, please stop it." As Nagito said, "What did I tell you last night? Never ever try touching me again." As he threw her hand away, making her fall on her back on the ground. As Izuku said, "Hey Nagito, what's wrong with you? Calm down." As Nagito said, "Let's go." And after that, Momo tearing a little bit, saying, "Please let us talk." As Nagito and Izuku just leave. As Izuku said, "What's happened there, Nagito? Why did you act with her like that? I thought that she is your girlfriend." As Nagito chuckles and said, "Girlfriend? What a stupid joke from you, Izuku. She's nothing for me. Not anymore. See, she is just another dot in the big in one of the pages inside my book. So I will just gonna delete her, just like I do with other people that hurt me." As Izuku said, I don't really understand what are you talking about, but if you're not, not comfortable to talk about it, I will not gonna force you." As Nagito said, "Thank you, Izuku. You are a real friend." As Izuku said, "Hey, why the friends are existed in the first place if they will gonna not help each other? Is that what you always said?" As Nagito said, "Yeah, I always said that." And after everyone, go into the changing room, Nagito taking his clothes off as Izuku and Kirishima looking at him. As Izuku said, "What's happened to you, Nagito? What is that?" As Nagito said, what are you talking about?" As he pointed at his stomach, saying, "What is that? What's happened to you?" As Nagito looking down, saying, "Oh, this." As on his stomach is a big, scar on a circle shape. As he said, "Well, it's an old scar. I got it because of there was someone crazy stabbed me with a metal spear inside my stomach. I managed to survive, but not before he do this." As Izuku said, "Are you okay? I mean, it's so big." As Nagito said, "Yeah, don't worry about it. The doctor said that I will live. It is just a scar right now. I doesn't have any problem inside my, stomach or any organs in my body." And after that, everyone get out of there and into, the the sport festival area or the stage. As Midnight said, "Well, everyone, welcome to the sport festival. Today we will gonna show you what's the student of UA are capable to do. And please, for the person that got first place in the entrance exam, may I have Nagito Komoeda coming here?" As Izuku said, "You got this, Nagito. You are always good at, speaking, so show them what you got." As Nagito said, "Yeah, you wish me luck." As Izuku said, "I know that you don't need luck. You already have it." As Nagito said, "Yeah, yeah." And after that, Nagito starts going at the stage as he, starts walking on the stairs, and after that he fall on his face. As Midnight said, "Ouch, are you okay?" As Nagito smiled and said, "Yeah, I'm okay." I'm just so clumsy. And after that, he got, the microphone in his hand as he said, "Welcome everyone into the sport festival. Today you will gonna finally see the future hope of this world, the symbols of hope of UA. Those that are we're gonna cover the despair of the villains, those that will gonna give hope for everyone that they see. People that they sure can be called a symbol of peace. We are the future heroes. We are the hope of UA, and we will gonna cover the darkness with the light. So, today it's just a test to show everyone what are we capable of, to show you something of our power, a little bit of it, so you can see in the future that we are capable to defeat and defend those are in need. So I wish that everyone having fun because I sure I will gonna have fun." And after that he give back the mic into Midnight and he start walking down. Some people are quite, s- quiet. They don't know what was that. As that was something that's supposed to encourage them or something that's supposed to scare them. As Izuku said, Nagito, what was that? I mean, I didn't understand anything that you said. As Nagito said, well, I tried to do my best. As Izuku said, yeah. Well, as Midnight said, well then, student, the first part of you know, the sport festival shall be the obstacle race. As President Mike start explaining about the obstacle race and everyone start getting ready. As Izuku said, well, are you gonna be okay? As Nagito said, yeah, I will be okay. And after that, President Mike said, 3, 2, 1, go! And after that, everyone starts going there. Izuku, using his full cowling, doesn't, was going like normal, not like normal, just running so fast, destroying some robots in his way using full cowling, while Nagito was saw in one of the dead bodies, or in the what at least was left of one of the robots, a little big piece of metal, just like the same one that Izuku find it in the normal anime. As he starts running, and after that jumping using the metal the metal piece to go above that, what they call it, the hole in the ground. And when he finally got into you know the mine the mine the mines the mines, yes, the mines, he put a couple of them together. As he said, well, here goes nothing, as he jumped at them using the metal piece. As he fly forward, even being faster than Izuku and Shoto and Bakugo. Whereas after that he managed to get first place, as Izuku got second, Shoto third, Bakugo fourth. As Izuku said, what was that? As Nagito said, well, I was lucky and I find it this big piece of metal that it's really were helpful to me. And with the help of a couple of the mines and the mine zone, I managed to beat you. As Izuku said, so you were lucky that you find this. As Nagito said, like always. As President Mike said, wow, did you saw that Eraserhead? That kid using our mines to get in first place. What is his quirk? As Eraserhead said, well, his name is Nagito Kumoeda. Quirk, ultimate luck. His quirk give him the best possibility out of millions of possibilities and make it reality. So let's for an examine for an expect for you can say, like, if he was on a plane and he jumped down that plane without a parachute, the best result here that he fall in, the water or maybe a sea or something like that and survive. As you know, President Mike said, it doesn't seem that powerful of a quirk. As Eraser has said, no, no, it's so powerful. You will see. As President Mike said, well, let's see. And after that, the second part of, the President Midnight said, well, everyone, the second part of, the sport festival will be the cavalry battle. As she explained that you have to make team out of 4 people or maybe 3, or as long as you have a couple of people with you, you will gonna have a headband and everything, as she said. And for first place the first place guy will gonna have 10 million points. As everyone starts looking at Nagito's just smiling as he said, hello everyone, waving with his hand. And after that, she said that the first 3 people in the first place should not be in one team. As Izuku come to Nagito saying, well, I was wishing for us to be in the same team, but as Nagito said, I understand. And after that, Nagito starts searching for people to join him, as he find um what was his name, one of the people that it was yeah, Toguyami, yes. And also he founded another one that, the big guy with the arms, the so big arms or whatever, the one that can make duplicate his arms. Yeah, that guy. He and him and Toguyami, as he said, well, we need one last person. As from behind, Momo touching his shoulder said, Nagito, can I? Nagito said, well, Toguyami, well, let me remember that guy name. As whatever, as he said, well, Toguyami, well, arm guy, looks like we doesn't need any other person in our team. As Toguyami said, but Momo is asking you to join us. As Nagito said, nah, we don't need her, she will gonna just stop in our way. As Momo said, Nagito, please. As Nagito said, well, let's go. And after that, the plan is, the guy with the 3 arms, which, he's actually having 6 arms because, 3 on every side. Nagito and Toguyami will be on his back while he protecting them with, his arms. And Toguyami will gonna use his dark shadow to protect, them from outside. As Nagito just wishing them good luck. As after that, the cavalry battle start. As Toguyami and Nagito inside the hands of the big guy. As I really need to remember his name, but as Toguyami using his dark shadow, using it to fight anyone that getting close. And a couple of people tried to go at Nagito, but some of them trip on their faces, losing the match, making the one on the top fall. As some others miss the attack and things like that. Izuku didn't go at Nagito because he wanted to fight him in the last part of the sport festival. And after that, when everyone done, Nagito were able to have his 10 million headband. As he said, well, everyone, good, that was a good teamwork. As he bumped fist with them. And after that, Toguyami said, well, if it wasn't for your luck, I don't think that we will be able to hold much longer. As Nagito said, don't say that. Your dark shadow was really helpful. Even if it's a dark power, you trying using it for the right thing. I wish that you were gonna train more and become even more powerful. As Toguyami and the arm guy leave. As the last part of the sport festival, President Mike said, well, everyone, the last part of the sport festival shall be the 1v1 fights. And for the first match, it will be Izuku Midoriya against Shenso. As after that, Izuku with Nagito watching from the seat as he said, "Well, well, Izuku, good luck." As Izuku said, "Yeah, I don't need luck, not like you." As Nagito said, "Yeah, show him what you got." And after that, Izuku goes down, and when he goes down, the fights start as it's go just like normal in the anime. As after that, President Mike said, "Izuku Midoriya wins," and after that, Izuku come back to, you know, Nagito, as Nagito said, you scared me there for a second. I was thinking that you were gonna actually step outside the ring." As Izuku said, "Well, good thing that I was able to get hold of myself." As Nagito said, "Well then." As President Mike said, "Well, the next match will be Nagito Komoeda against, who should, let's say, the Ujiro." As Nagito said, "Well, wish me luck." As Izuku said, "You already have luck." As Nagito said, "Whatever." And after that, he get into the ring. As Ujiro said, "I wish that we were gonna enjoy this fight." As Nagito said, "Well, I wish the same thing." And after that, President Mike said, "Three, two, one, go!" And after that, Ujiro started going at Nagito using his tail. Nagito dodging one of Ujiro attack with his tail, but Ujiro throwing a kick at Nagito, dodging it also, but his punch managed to hit Nagito in his face, throwing him on the ground. Ujiro using his tail jump into the air and was about to smash, throwing a punch at Nagito face. Nagito dodging this and got hold of his end as he flipped him above his head, but before Ujiro hitting the ground using his tail, he stopped himself and then hit Nagito in his stomach. As Nagito said, "Ouch, this is really hurt." As he split out some, pink blood. As Ujiro said, "Wait, you have a pink blood?" As Nagito's taking this chance, he going at Ujiro and give him a punch in his face, and then got hold of his leg as he throw him away. And after that, he running at him, throwing a kick directly in his back. And after that, getting hold of his leg, from his tail as he flip him on his head and throw him out of the ring. As President Mike said, "Nagito Komaeda wins." As that, Ujiro stand up saying, "I should not getting distracted." As Nagito said, "Well, you are actually good. I wish that we were gonna I wish that we will be able to fight in the future." As Ujiro, shake the hand of Nagito and leave. As the next match will be Nagito Komoeda against Momoya Aruzu. As Nagito, once he heard that name, said, "Great." As after that, before he, get into the arena, Momo stand in front of him as she said, "Nagito, why are you not talking with me? Did I do something wrong? Please tell me, and if it's what did I do wrong for you?" As Nagito said, "You done everything wrong for me. So I will just gonna forget you. You are just another dot in my little book. I will just gonna use my pencil and erase you. So just get out of my way. I doesn't want to see your stupid face anymore, you little bitch." As Momo hearing this, she said, "Please, Nagito, just tell me what did I do wrong?" As Nagito said, "Oh, so you don't actually know? Well, I will gonna talk with. How about when we done from the fight? I will gonna tell you what did you did wrong, and don't think that I will gonna hold back on you. I will be actually enjoying hitting you this time." As Momo getting a little bit scared as she said, all right, Nagito." And after that, they got into, the ring as Nagito cracking his finger as he said, I will gonna hurt you as much as you hurted me. As Momo getting ready to, use her quirk, as President Mike said, 3, 2, 1, go! And after that, Momo creating a shield and a metal pipe, but Nagito going at her and then got hold of the metal pipe and hitting her on her right side. Momo using the shield blocking the attack, but Nagito from the left throwing a kick at her, making her throw the shield away, as he using the metal pipe hitting her in her face, making her breaking her nose, and after that he got hold of her leg and throw her away, and after that using the metal pipe was about to hit her on her stomach, but Momo creating a flashbang throwing it in front of Nagito as she blinded him. And after that she said, why are you doing this? Why did I did wrong to you? As Nagito getting hold of himself and said, you done everything wrong to me, as he throwing the metal pipe at her. Momo dodging this, but Nagito throwing a punch directly at her face, as he said, you never thought of me as a friend. You never thought of me as your boyfriend or anything, not even your classmate. As he going at her and throw another punch as he's on her stomach, as he said, I was just a toy for you, just someone that you were gonna get money out of, as he give another punch and said, and you never actually loved me. I was actually starting to like you, as he kick her in her side and throw her away, as he said, when I heard what you said, it just broke me. But I won't let you gonna destroy my dreams. I won't let you throw me in despair like everyone else did. I will gonna make sure that I will still holding for my hope to become a hero. And I will gonna step on you. Just like I step on every single other person that stopped in my way. As Momo start crying saying, please, tell me what did I did wrong. As Nagito start laughing saying, well, let me refresh your memory. Dad, I really tried everything to do with him, but he just doesn't seem to get closer. Well, Momo, you should try anything, because if you get married with him, we will gonna become the best company in not only Japan but the whole world. Try anything, try to do anything, no matter the cost. As he continues saying, all right, father, I will gonna try. As Momo eyes wetting, and she said, how? But Nagito said, what? Are you scared? Can't you believe it? Oh, I'm so lucky. That night that I heard that talking, I was calling you actually to, go out and hang out into, the garden, or maybe eating something in the restaurant, but looks like your phone has, fall from the table and hit the ground. And that's when I was able to hear you. How lucky I am. As Momo started crying and said, I'm sorry, Nagito. It's not. But before that happened, Nagito kicking her in her face, and after that he got hold of her hair and said, well, it's time to end this, as he got hold of her arm and break her right arm and then throw her out of the ring. As President Mike said, Nagito Komaeda wins. And after that, Nagito Momo start crying in the out of the ring, as she said, please Nagito, I really loved you, please. As Nagito said, shut up. I doesn't want to hear your stupid voice anymore. I doesn't want to hear it. Stop talking with me. I'm not your boyfriend anymore, so stop. As after that he just leave. Momo just crying there as there. And after that, recovery girl come into Momo as she said, dear, are you okay? As Momo said, I'm not okay at all. And after that is, Nagito sitting by Izuku's side, as Izuku telling him, Nagito, what's happened there? As Nagito said, well, I will gonna tell you, but please don't tell anyone else, Izuku, alright? As Izuku said, sure. And after that, Nagito telling him about what happened with him with Momo as Izuku said, "She really did that to you?" As Nagito said, "Yeah, she really did it. She just were thinking about me like a money bag that when she marry me will gonna, just get having not even loving me, just loving my money. Well, don't care about her, Izuku. She's just some, some dirt in my way. I don't care about her anymore. I will just gonna start maybe find a new girlfriend." As Izuku said, "Well, I'm sorry for you, Nagito." As Nagito said, "No, no, not at all. I'm actually happy that I was able to get rid of her." And after that, Izuku, hearing that he's will gonna have the next fight against, Todoroki, as he said, "Well, I have to go." And after that, Izuku actually winning this match because Nagito told him not to hold back and to get any chances to defeat uh, Shoto, as Izuku defeated him. And he actually gave that speech about "it's your quirk, not your father." But he managed, to defeat him in the end, using full Kaling. As the next match will be, President Mike said, "Well, the next match, it will be Nagito Komoeda against Izuku Midoriya." And after that, Izuku looking at Nagito as he said, "Well, I wish you good luck." As Nagito said, "I was about to say the same thing to you." And after that, both of them getting into the arena, as President Mike said, 3, 2, 1, go! And after that, they start going at each other. Izuku using full Kaling start, going directly at Nagito. Nagito, being, trained with Izuku some time, he know his tricks and all of his things, as he was ready for this attack, as Izuku blitzed at him as fast as possible, but in midway, he actually trip and start, falling on his face, and Nagito step on the right side as Izuku just getting out of the ring, as President Mike said, Nagito Komoeda wins. As Nagito said, "Hey!" Izuku, seriously, Izuku. I can't believe it. As Izuku said, "What? I lost because I trapped? What? God damn it." As Eraserhead starts, laughing a little bit, saying, "Oh, see? You said that his quirk is not powerful. Looking at this, I don't see that he's not powerful." As President Mike said, "Is that was because his luck?" As Eraserhead said, "Yeah, mostly. I mean, I know that Izuku Midoriya won't gonna trip like that like an idiot, so I think it's have something to do with Nagito." As President Mike said, "Well, to be honest, now I start rethinking about his quirk." And after that, someone from the stand said, "This kid, he's so interesting. Well, I have to send him an internship." And after that, the last match will be, after Nagito go to Izuku and help him stand up and everything, the last match will be Nagito Komoeda against Katsuki Bakugo. And after that, Nagito and Bakugo getting into the ring, as Bakugo said, "I won't gonna get tricked by your stupid luck." As Nagito said, "Yeah, we will see about that." And after that, President Mike said, 3, 2, 1, go! And after that, the announcement starts, as Nagito and Bakugo start rushing at Nagito with their right hook, as Nagito dodging on the right and was about to catch his hand, but Bakugo throwing explosion on his chest, throwing him away. Nagito getting hold of himself, as Bakugo flying at him, as he said, "Eat this!" as he threw an explosion at Nagito. Nagito, dodging this explosion, was about to throw, a punch at Bakugo, but Bakugo using his explosion, going back a little bit, as Nagito said, "You only using your explosions. You doesn't count on your physical body, huh?" As Bakugo said, "Shut up and die!" As he throw another explosion at him. Nagito starting, to dodge his explosion as he, you know, uh, what they call it. I forgot what it's called. Ca- crouch. Yes, crouch as he dodging. Bakugo hit, and after that he send a punch directly at his stomach, and after that getting hold of his legs, making Bakugo fall on his face, and after that he was about to start spinning around and throw him out of the ring, but Baku getting hold of himself before he touched the ground as he start, flying up to the sky as he said, "That's it! I'm gonna kill you!" As he start going going down in a like a tornado move as he said, "Hauser Impact!" As he go at Nagito trying to dodge it as he managed Nagito down the explosion as he jump into the right side, and after that a lots of smoke being around the arena, and everyone right now are so worried because they think that Nagito is dead. And after that they see Bakugo on the left side of the arena, but on the right side they see Nagito standing looking down and with the pink blood on the left side of his face, seeing that his left arm has been cut off. As Bakugo seeing this, he said, "What the?" As President Mike said, "His arm had yeah, his arm!" As his Nagito looking down. As after that, he starts chuckling and saying, "Oh, Bakugo, is that how much hope you have? Is that how much you want to hurt me? Really? You can really cut off my left hand? You just look at it!" As everyone looking at Nagito without his left hand and just the pink blood on his face and left arm, as he just looking like right now, just like on the screen, as he said, "You really did it, right? You did it." But do you think that I will gonna give up? I won't gonna fall into your despair, Bakugo. I will gonna defeat you, even if with one arm." As Midnight said, "That's it, I'm gonna stop this match." As Nagito said, "Don't even dare to stop this match. I will gonna defeat him. I will gonna prove to him how much weak he is and how much hopeless he is. He's so desperate to defeat me that he even tried to kill me." "Well, Bakugo, come at me." As Baku just scared as saying in his mind said, "What's wrong with this Nagito guy?" As Nagito starts spamming at him, running very fast as Baku getting hold of himself, throwing explosion, but Nagito dodging this into the right and using his cut off hand, throwing some blood at Bakugo. Throwing some blood at Bakugo face as Bakugo, blinded a little bit. Nagito getting this chance and got hold of his head and starts smacking him into the ground rapidly until Bakugo have lost consciousness. As Nagito said, "Come on, wake up, show me how much hope you have inside your heart, how much you determined to win, show me, come on, defeat me already." As he just mashing his head into the ground, laughing, saying, "Come on already." As after that, All Might come from behind and said, "That's all, that's it, Nagito." As Nagito said, "Alright, All Might, alright." And after that, he fall on the ground, unconscious from the lust of the blood. And after that, everyone rushing at Nagito. Izuku even jumped down and said, "Nagito, are you okay? Are you okay?" As he's tearing a little bit, as Nagito getting hold of himself, as he said, "I'm okay, it's not a big deal, I just lost my left arm." And after that, in the hospital, Nagito getting a bandage around his arm as they clothed the injury. They didn't find Nagito left arm. They just find a lots of some of his fingers because it's been obliterated because of Bakugo explosion. And after that, in the ceremony, Bakugo, on the Nagito, without his left arm, as All Might said, well, Nagito, you win the sport festival, but with what cost? As Nagito said, don't worry, All Might, it's just a little scratch. I have, prepared for something like that. As All Might said, well, I'm happy that you are not sad, but I'm sorry. As All Might looking at Bakugo and said, Bakugo, after we done from this, me and you will gonna have a serious talk. As Bakugo looking down, as he, All Might didn't even put the medal around his neck, as he just threw it in front of his face, as he said, put it by yourself. And after that, he looking at Izuku, as he said, well, Midoriya, you done quite well, but looks like you couldn't, do me that favor. As Izuku said, I will gonna do it next time, All Might. And after that, when everyone, getting changed their clothes in the changing room, Bakugo's changing his, clothes, as Izuku said, hey, Bakugo. As Bakugo said, what do you want? As Izuku throwing a punch with, a smash using his quirk at Bakugo face, saying, how much can you become even more stupider? You obliterated Nagito arm, you idiot! As he punching him again, as he said, can't you stop being that idiot and reckless person that you are? As Nagito coming from behind before Izuku continue hitting Bakugo, saying, come on, Izuku, it's not worth it. Let's just go. And after that, Izuku said, but you lost your left arm, Nagito. Stop acting like it's nothing. As Nagito said, but it's actually nothing. I doesn't care, so how about we just leave? As Izuku said, I don't know, why are you acting so happy, Nagito, and how you are always so, positive, but alright. And Bakugo, next time that we fight, I will gonna kick your ass. And after that, Bakugo looking down, saying, damn it. As he go, to talk with All Might and Principal Nezu and everyone, as he got, 1 week expelled out of your UA, and he will have to, to say sorry to, to Nagito. And Nagito and Izuku going back to Nagito place, because Nagito have something to say to Izuku. And this is where I'm gonna leave it off, guys. Don't forget, like, subscribe, comment down below, tell me what do you think about this part, and what do you think will gonna happen in the next part. Well, I have nothing more to say than Severed was here.